Don't blink, she's your blank. Welcome to our show. Because you guys are doing well, because they're having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Not in a good mood. We're gonna get into a good mood. I'm gonna film some videos, so usually that helps. But yeah, not in the best of moods. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the tower. I'm gonna make some videos. I'm gonna be playing the towers how we make those videos. Um, thank you. We have the new event. I don't even feel like buying the pass to be honest, but still. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, so I'm sorry if I'm such a downer, but I'm just busy. Just busy in a bad mood. So let's check out the new event, right? We have a new event. We have UFO beam, alien eggs. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, they raised the price. It's $19.99. Before it was $16. Oh, nice. It's a remade. Okay, perfect. Pizza Illuminati. So Invaders. Let's check it out. Knockback force by 2%. Critical factor by 2%. Enemy house skip by 2%. Monolith ultimate damage by 5%. So not a bad one at all. Not a bad one at all. Actually pretty good. If I'm being honest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be buying every single one of them. The Invader is cool because this is when it's, you know what's insane? The Invader, I believe, I'm 90% sure that this was the event that they did when it was the Elite. Oh shit! Thank God I checked. Damn. Ooh. I was gonna start from the wrong thing. There you go. Okay, perfect. So no, that's not. I don't know why you're doing that. Okay, good. So now let's buy the event. That is pretty much it. So yeah, so I don't really feel like playing the tower, to be honest. But hey, this is the only video that I'm getting some views on. You guys like the tower, so let's play it. Plus, it's a game that I used to really enjoy. I'm just off of everything. So, it's not the tower's fault. It's just my fault. It is a pretty cool event, sure, since it has this meaning behind it, right? And the Elite Tower, they're two nice skins. So this is the event of the 13th May 2025. Today is the 14th, but we haven't played today, so that explains a lot. Go back. Brand new back, because I don't mean rap as a new gangster. Whoa. No word. Papa got a brand new back of toys. What else could I possibly do to make noise? Touch everybody. But little boy, that's not a stat at Michael. I'm just a cynical. So this is, we have 11. How much we have here? We have more. Oh, shit. I possibly didn't do it. Oh, god damn it. Whoa. No word. Papa got a brand new. Now what we need to do is we need to buy, 7. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 70 cards. Nice. Okay. One go. Nobody gonna know who heard it. Give it a little poop poop. It's okay. Oops. Message just hit and everyone just heard you let one rip. We have some new one, which are the new event. Okay. Para. No words. Papa good brand new back toys. What else could I possibly do to make noise? Touch everybody but little boys. That's not a dig at Michael. I'm just a cynical. Go a little bit crazy sometimes with my rhymes. UFO beam, knockback force. UFO beam is actually super cool. The knockback force is actually really cool. You know what? keep waiting. Welcome to our show. This is doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on his 13 May 2025. Today we're checking out the event. We were in a rush before. Let's do a proper event. We already bought. Ooh, nice. Okay. 10 bits. Okay, it's good. Okay, good. That is good. Okay. So now we have to check out the event. Sorry, we're just reading a little bit. So the event is Invader, which is a event that we had the update with the Elite in. This is a huge event. We have the tower, we have Elite Tower, Invasion Elite again. Got the pizza, which is tower damage by 2%, and defense absolute by 5%. Great. Got the UFO, knockback by 2%. This is insane. One of the first knockbacks. So this is the free one. Increase enemy health kit. Now for the paid version, critical factor 2% and ultimate damage by 5%. So actually not bad. We got a lot of the same mission as before, so what I'm going to do is I need to buy 70 cards. That way we always keep 10 cards for if we have mission of buying cards. That's 4. I'm actually not sure. How much was that? Give it a little poop, it's okay. Whoops, my CD just skipped. I don't know why I have some Eminem in my mind. It's a great thing, right? I got 50. Okay. So 60 and 70. That is pretty much it. We're excited about the event. We're excited about having this. We just bought we might be buying, I'm possibly going to be waiting for 5 more. I'll buy the Mesh Warrior and I'll buy the background. That's pretty much it. Mesh Head, Bot Range, ooh, Alpha Gem, 80%, nice. Those are really good. Those are really good. Good. Ooh. A lot of, yeah, I just haven't been feeling like playing the tower, but, I mean, it's a good thing to be back. But my dreams... Tu mes vœux de bonheur pour toi et ta nouvelle fleur. Embrasse tes parents. Dis bonjour à ta sœur. Tu t'es bien vite remis de tous tes sentiments. Tu sais que je ne m'avoue, je me jalouse. Mais je me demande encore ce que tu lui trouves. Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle. Ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé. Où est passée ma place à tes côtés? Je me souviens des matins où on était simplement bien. Bon. Tu me sais quoi, frérot? Ok, good. Ouch. Je mets jalouse. Sauf que je me demande encore ce que tu trouves. Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers ce que là de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé. Où est passée ma place à tes côtés? Je me souviens des matins où on était simplement bien. Okay. I just need to check the temperature for tomorrow. We have to film videos. Okay. Bonjour. Oui. de tous tes ressentiments. Il y a un si beau, qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Oh wow. Okay, good. Okay. Okay. Don't link, is you going? Welcome to the show. Doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Today we're doing a couple of videos. I'm in a much better mood. Still always tired. I don't know why. But we're good. So without further ado, this is the behind the scene. This is the Micro Nature Corn. So Tower, my only drink of the day. So this is, I don't know why this audio is kind of messed up. So I'm trying to figure out what's up with this video. This is Nature Corn. You can tell we didn't really have a nice sunset, so we didn't miss much, but still. Mais too warm. De si bon, dis-moi ce qui t'a mené. Okay. Don't link, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Today we're doing a taste test. Today we're taste testing another energy drinks. So if you've been following the channel, we took a little break from energy drinks. At least we tested one every single day. Today I'm extremely happy to be tasting this. It's a shame because St. Patty's Day is over because I would have loved to taste the following. We have Java Monster coffee and it's Irish cream. So I'm not familiar with Irish cream, but it would have been a good day to taste that. However, why am I so excited is because this is the first time in months where we had a new product from Monster. So it's super cool. It is part of the subcategory of coffee. So Java is usually coffee. So they have this, I think there's 5 flavors for Java. They have this 300 milligrams, which is 300 milligrams of coffee. They have the Noble Monster, they have the Ultra Monster. Java is something that I really enjoyed. I absolutely adore Mean Bean. I do like salted caramel. Loca Mocha, not so much. Now we're both about to taste Irish cream. We do have a description. Before that, I want to show you the design because it's actually quite nice. Got a pot of gold, which is in the Irish custom. We have the luck of the Irish, which is represented with a horseshoes. We have a I'm gonna call this a leprechaun because one of my favorite cringy movies. I'll make sure that this cools down. And as luck would have it, you're holding the new and improved Java Monster Irish Creme. And I love that they say creme because it's cream. They wrote it creme. It's a taste straight from the old sod, rich, lush, and coffee forward. Top with a signature sweet Irish cream flavor, supercharged with legendary Monster Energy blend. Coffee done the Monster way, wide open with a take no prisoner attitude and the experience and know how to back it up. You found this can, so you've already had the luck of the Irish going for you. Okay, this is actually pretty cool. I actually really like it. There is some moments that I really enjoy. There are some moments that they repeat themselves, like for example, attitude, then they take no prisoner attitude. That's something that they use a lot in their description. Do I mind? It's kind of lazy, yes, but with Monster, why I can forgive them is they have so many different flavors that it has to become difficult to come up with new description. Super excited. This is the first time I didn't even know this product existed. So I'm super excited. Let's taste this and have some fun. This is really fun. You know why? Because it wasn't in the energy drink aisle. There was 2 left. I only took one. I want to take 2, but I was like, no, Ink. Control. Self-control. Checking if it's cooler, which is nice. As they say in French, na zdrowie. As they say in Italian, salud. As they say in Scotland, cheerio. The smell smells really nice. Really good. I really enjoy the fact that it's actually coffee flavored. To me, it feels like a really Starbucks. So sweet coffee. It is very sweet, almost caramelly. For some reason, yeah, almost caramelly. I should know what Irish cream is supposed to taste like. I don't know what it is. That makes the whole thing a bit harder to judge. Flavor is nice. It's not too aggressive. Quite delectable. Yeah. I really like this. Would I buy it on a daily? No. I'm gonna be quite honest. I think I prefer Mean Bean. I do prefer this to salted caramel. This is really nice. And it's funny because I was complaining yesterday about C4 Awin Punch. And the fact that it wasn't really energy drink enough. This is the same thing. This is not energy drink enough, but since it's sold as this coffee sub-product, it is okay. This is really coffee-ish. And I think this is the picture perfect of why Java works. With energy drinks, you're looking for that energy drinks flavor. But this one, you're actually getting the coffee flavor, but it's still caffeine. And the energy drinks is energetic because of caffeine. So it's a really good mix. Again, do I recommend this? Here's my train of thoughts. It's really good, but there's better out there. There's better Java, there's better Monster. However, if you are a fan of Irish cream, this is the one for you. If you're a fan of coffee, this is also nice for you. Now, what is really cool about this one is this came out of the fridge, and this is really improving. So, for example, something like salted caramel and Mean Bean. I keep on talking about Mean Bean because it is also Java Monster. You do get a better taste from the fridge, but it's not a better taste in the sense of, oh, this completely changed the flavor. It's a better sense in a case of, this is the same drink, but cooler. I could enjoy Mean Bean. For this one, I believe that because it's cold, it's better. Super nice. Really, really nice. Really nice. And I'm going to repeat myself. Wish I knew more about the Irish cream because I could tell you exactly how loyal it is. Or how, yeah, loyal is a good word. I don't. So, yeah, what can I say? I could lie to you and say, oh yeah, this is perfect Irish cream. And it isn't. So yeah. Anyway, look guys, take it easy. Peace. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle, ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi pourquoi tu m'as remplacé. Yeah. Don't blink as you blink. Welcome to the commercial. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Something weird just happened. You can see that there's not a lot of sunset. And I was looking through this window. So if you look at here, there's a really nice sunset, but I don't have access to this view from the apartment. So I thought it was not going to be a sunset, and I'm not willing to film it. Now we're almost to finish, but I still want to show you. So enjoy it. I'm in a good mood today. I'm doing really good. Oh, it would be good if I turn the camera, right? Yeah, it would be good. Okay, now we're back to making content. Okay. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans ses yeux? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Dis-moi ce qui t'a mené vers elle, ce qu'elle a de si exceptionnel. Dis-moi sur pourquoi tu m'as remplacé hier, où est passée ma place à tes côtés. Now, I want to get a chair. Thank you, Angela, for the follow. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you, girl. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a de si beau? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans tes yeux? Ok. Lunettes à marque. La marque. $48, and how much for you? Okay, so that's still very good. Nope, no. Okay, good. Good, okay, perfect. Darling, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another show. Doing well. You guys are having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Today we're doing good enough to do a little intro. Dude, I'm in a good mood today. So today we're gonna have a busy day. I'm gonna come back into the art night. We finished GTNO yesterday. The event of art nights. I have 4 or 5 hours to read, and we're almost done. So this is definitely a problem. We're also filming. Look at this. Look at this. This is a gorgeous sunset. Isn't it nice, guys? Look at this. This is beautiful. So yeah, we feel good. We've been working this weekend, which really helped. It's tough because we worked yesterday, because we worked this weekend and we're working tomorrow possibly. It's tough because you're not used to working, so when it is a bit more tired, but hey, it feels so valorizing. So we're gonna do art night. We're gonna be doing some videos. I'm gonna do a TikTok live because I'm doing better. So I want you guys to take advantage of the fact that we're doing better. I want you guys to be able to enjoy the fact that we're doing good. We're doing good. Are we doing perfect? No. What? There you go. Yeah, there you go. So there was a feedback, I guess. I don't know how you call it. There was a feedback that was talking about how, and it was my voice. Something. Okay, what's going on? I had a video that I was uploading to TikTok Play. Now we're looking for. There you go. There you go. We're watching something in the background. We're taking advantage of the fact that we're able to listen to music to multitask. That makes us excited. So let's go in with our first video of the day, which is mental health and how we're doing. And we're good. Dude, it's not because I want to do an intro and I'm excited to do an intro, but I just don't know how it's gonna go. So please, yeah. Don't blink, it's your buddy Yank. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. It's been a while since we made videos. I haven't been doing well lately. Today is a wonderful day. Today we'll be talking about why we're doing wonderful. You guessed it, we're doing a mental health update. It's nice because mental health updates. I'm in a really good mood today. I'm really happy. You're gonna hear me having a hard time talking, and because I don't talk a lot when I'm not doing well. The mental health update, why I push myself to do it, and I'm so insistent on doing them, because when you're doing good or when you're not doing well, right? You don't really have mental health updates. So for a mental health update, there needs to be an update. An update is either something negative or something positive, and today is positive. So let's take advantage of the fact that we have something positive today. The drink of choice is Java Monster. We got Irish cream. We are watching, dude. We're watching something French Canadian, so it's amazing. Wow. So how are we doing? So we haven't been doing well for a couple of weeks. It's been one of the worst depression. And yes, it's really a case of it's so odd. There's time where I want to work, time I don't want to work. Like we're fighting the urge to work because I'm like I'd rather not work. When I say work, I'm talking about making videos. I'd rather not work, but have a good day than have a great 3 hours and the rest of the day is kind of shitty, Stuff. So yeah, it's tough because, there's always this fear, this fear of we're doing well, we're not doing well. But let's focus on the positive right now because this is positive. So you guys saw less videos. You guys saw a lot less videos. You guys even saw there's even time for the first time in 4 years where I said, you know what, you should kind of give up. You should kind of give up. And I've been thinking about giving up, and I've been thinking about not making videos anymore. And we had the saving grace of this being our 4th year. And I was like, if you don't celebrate your 4 years, you're gonna be regretting it. We're gonna take a break in 2 weeks, and a week, who gives a shit? But celebrate your 4th anniversary. Then my father and my stepmom, they gave me a great news, and the great news was I was going to be able to replace them. So the family of my father's girlfriend it's complex. It's okay. So it's complex. It's not the close family, and we're not related. So so they had this flower shop, and it's kind of close to my house. And like, hey, do you want to work there? We'll give you a job. Now, of course, it's not a permanent job, but if we can hire you 2 days, you'll do enough hours for a part-time job for 1 week, and you'll still get able to get a salary. Now, with the debt, it's kind of cool because they're seeing that I'm working. The debt will see this and say, hey, this guy is actually putting in the effort to fix the debt, right? So we worked for 2 days. It was 18 hours. I'll be completely honest. It was amazing because it was serving the customer. It was working with the girls, and it's nuts because you work with a girl, and it's such a different thing because it's weird. I'm in a good mood. It's weird because one of the first that I had was not funny. Went to the coffee shop and we were 2 dudes, and one of the dudes wasn't talking. I talked for 2 dudes, but still, it was only girls, right? And then I started working for agency worker, and agency worker were kind of pushing me towards more so workshop, whereas quote unquote a male environment. So working with girls kind of felt weird because I was so used to penis talk versus, well, this guy's an asshole and he broke my heart talk. But it reminded me of the coffee shop, and this is truly a good moment of my life, right? However, it was a bit hard because we were sharing customer. I didn't have a chair, so we had to stay for the 18 hours. Well, it's not 18 hours, but it was 10 hours first day and 8 hours next day. However, the second day we were suffering from the legs, so it really hurt. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take a couple seconds. Improve the lighting. But it was a value at work. you know. And I want to come back on it. I want to come back on the working at the flower shop because it was so important to me. It was for the first time. You see, when I'm on social media, I talk to you guys about everything, and I talk to you guys about everything, and I always have this mentality of not a lot of people see this. A lot of people that do see this really care. So you know, with these people, I'm like, I'm not gonna see them after this weekend because it was only for the Mother's Day weekend. No, she might hire me again. I don't know if we can hire someone for only 2 days, but it's odd because you technically hired me for 2 days, which I don't know how my paycheck is gonna be. After taxes, of course. But it's odd because you work so much. This is. Let's put it like that. Let's put it like that. There's a lot of people that are gonna do 12 hours, right? 12 hours and 3 times a day, 3 times a week, and they'll have this nice paycheck, right? So since I'm talking about a lot of money a lot. Of course, working was valorizing, but I would have not as, I don't know. I would have not given my time. I don't know. It was just valorizing, you know. And then for the surprise, we had a call from a company called Purolator. And Purolator, I have this interview tomorrow. I'm a bit nervous because, you know, it's tough. It seemed like a bit of a positive thing. I think if I didn't give a shit, I wouldn't be worried. Now I'm worried because we had a problem with my legs. They were finished. They were finished after 2 days. They were finished after 18 hours and 2 days. They were finished even Monday, which was yesterday. It's Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday I couldn't walk a lot. You know. Now it was a bit. Because there you go. That's much better. Yeah, much better. I don't know, guys. Just because you know you had this experience and it didn't go so well, but at the same time it's positive because if I didn't work for those 2 days and I didn't realize, okay, well, you have a problem with your legs, I would have started the Purolator job and I would be like, okay, well, you know, now I have to be mindful about my legs and make sure that I rest well and I don't get injured. If they hire me, they would hire me starting tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm starting at 7:15. And the shift starts at 7. So what I'm thinking is they want to try me out and they could have me try tomorrow. I did talk to my parents because we're close, you know. I know my parents, they did mention if I don't bring a lunch because it will seem pretentious, you know. So like, okay, no problem. But it's super, super exciting because I don't know. It's just a mentality of we're in it. It's odd because if the work this weekend didn't happen, I wouldn't be worried about the Purolator. But if it happened next week, then I would have dipped my toes in the water to get out. Now I'm dipping my toe in the water, and now I'm gonna jump in the water, right? Purolator, I've been looking out. I had somebody text me and say, hey, they're looking for people. They've been doing it's a really good job. It's close to the south. I'm not gonna tell you the address, of course, because fuck that. But yeah, it's gonna be a super good job. It's I'm applying for the. I'm applying for the job of I don't know what you say in English. It's triage. So basically classing, right? So you're having to put something here, something there. It's basically organizing possibly. It'll be fun. The salary is nice. It would be a long-term job. And I did mention how my perception with job has changed. I'm not looking for the perfect job anymore. This job that will make me happy will be enough because I got this, right? And I've been treating this as a plan A, now it's a plan B. But it's still in the back of my mind. I still want to make content, you know. So you know, I don't know, just super excited because it would be a job long term, right? When I talk about long term, and I think there's this duality, there's this discourse on long term, right? So for example, I used to think about long term. Well, this is my parents. Not fault, but example. My mom has been working at the same place for 30 plus years. My father did 27 years. So of course, long term, I think about that, right? But if you look at my last job when I was working 8 years, it is still long term. So who knows where I'm gonna be with this in 5 years? I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna make video. I hope I make videos. Like I can't guarantee this, you know. And that's pretty much it. So mentally speaking, we're doing well. So this is the work thing, right? Technically speaking, now it's odd. It's odd, but in a good way. So in my life, there's a couple of things that's going on, right? Relationship-wise, it's still trouble. But since it's mental health update, I'm not gonna be updating because there's no updates. How can I say that? So I'm really a weird person. When it comes to relationship, I'm a really weird person. So the last relationship that I had, which was a official relationship, was in January. In my mind, the girl was too present. She was very, very present, which I don't mind. I appreciate that. It was a bit too much. Now, the girl that I had after was not there enough. She would disappear. The girl that I have now will disappear. So it's kind of, I don't know. But this is the update. For friendship, we're doing good. Chow texted me today, say, hey, how are you? The boys want to get together for the class action suits for the 13,000 for the government, right? And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now for content, because again, this is the biggest part of my life. But to be honest, I can add a little something. I do miss working out. And there was this mentality of, oh, if I didn't stop working out, I would be okay. You know, that was a bit ugh. You know. So yeah, so with the weather, the weather is actually something super cool, and it's nuts because how can I say this? I'm looking for my word today. It's not because with the with the nature corn, because this is also something going on. The nature corn, I'm now, it's so complex because nature corn in a sense is part of nature, so that's part of real life, right? But it's also part of the content because this is some content that I like to do. I love the nature corn, you know? I don't know. Music. Woo! Wait a second, that's brand new. They have the auto scroll. But okay, that's great. They have this, but the weird thing is they don't have the ×2. No. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do. Okay. That'll be a sec. Give me a sec. Sorry about this because we're watching TikTok now. We're not usually not watching TikTok, so this is brand new for me. Okay, so the nature corn with the summer, I would have been afraid. For example, we have way more event during the summer than during the winter. How am I gonna put my phone outside during the winter? And I don't have the same capacity to go. I don't know. Yeah, you see the hair? They're kind of messy. My hair, I'm thinking about cutting them. I know the curls are gonna be guys are gonna be missing the curls, but nah. It's weird. So because we're kind of depressed. We're doing much better today, but it's not. I'm not gonna be like, hey guys, I'm sick, I'm healed, because that's not true. That is not true. We're doing better, right? But so we have. No, okay, good. You know what? Give me a sec. We band start now so wrong. But if I start wrong, one more last try, gonna get the ending right. Let's go. Let's go. Fuck. See, it's insane. When you don't think about making content, you really don't think about it. And when I think about making content, that's when I think about, alright, so for example, right now what we did was, we went to get some better headphones, first of all. Second of all, we went to charge the GoPro batteries because tomorr's gonna be a nice day. Instead of filming videos here, I'm gonna be filming inside. I'm gonna be filming on the GoPro, right? Which is kind of nice. Now, this being said, because of course, this being said, let's continue with the nature corn. With the nature corn, winter is a bit easier. For the summers, that's why the summer I really want to go out. Since we've been feeling down, I don't pay attention as much as to when we really pay attention to it, which is a couple of times a day. For example, the moon. I used to think the moon was kind of special. I still think the moon is special, but there's so many lunar events that I'm not in a sense of, holy shit, I really need to film everything, you know? And I don't know. It's a good thing because you're not as see, this is the folly of having ADHD. So sure, you're thinking about making filming the content, but since you're not as focused, you're like, okay, well, if I miss one of the lunar events, I don't mind. However, who am I to say, well, this lunar event is better than others? First of all, second of all, which is the most important part, one of my favorite moments of filming the lunar or the moon was actually it's thanks to Genesis. This is one of my favorites. Because so there was a strawberry moon, which was last year. I want to say like July, something like that. And I went out, and I didn't think about there were so many clouds, right? And I'm like, fuck. And I kind of felt bad because I was supposed to show you guys a specific thing, and I was really excited about it. I was really, really excited about it. But in the same fashion, yes, I was excited to see the moon, but at the end, we ended up having a really, really good moment going there, or prepping for it, right? Then the prepping for it made the video fun to watch. So yeah, so it's one thing to miss lunar event. I will never regret the video that I haven't made, right? But I will always regret not making that video. I won't regret a specific video that I didn't make, right? Just for example, I will never regret not making X, right? But I always regret should I have done X. And this is a weird state of mind. I don't know if it's up to ADHD, the depression, I don't know. For the content, we've been more chill about making content, and for the first time in 4 years, and that's a bit of worrying. It's healthy but worrying. It's like, for example, that lost a lot of weight, and they look sick. Like, holy shit, you look sick, dude. I'm not sick. I've never been this healthy. But yeah, so not making this. The fact that we're less obsessed. Okay, let's put it like that. Let's put it like that, right? Usually speaking, since there's, and I believe there's a couple of, let's be completely honest and let's be completely transparent here. I do believe that there's so little in my life going on that because the content that we're doing, the content is such a big part of our life that it's kind of obsessed with it, right? And that's a good thing because you want to be obsessed with your work. I don't know. I don't know. I think that, my opinion, of course, I think that if you're obsessed with something, it's a good something. For example, this person, I know this person, right? They were meditating, and they were so obsessed with meditating that the second they were meditating, they were stressing out like, oh, I need to meditate. And it's obsession. There's a very thin line between I'm obsessed and I'm motivated, right? There's so many times where I gave up on friendships. I hurt people's feelings, not on purpose, of course, but I did hurt feeling. I hurt people's feeling in the sense of I could have been more there for them, right? And some of the people that I'm very grateful they understand, other people they don't understand, but that's okay. You know, but the fact that we have this, we're going through this depression, I think my brain is busy thinking about depression because my brain is busy thinking about the depression. I think it's not as not as focused. Focus is a good word. Not as focused on making content because I'm dealing with multiple things at the same time. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. And this is very, very important. This is gonna be a long video. I think you already noticed. I think you already know that. When it came to making content, and this is always gonna be something. When it comes to the gaming, when it came to that, when it came to game, this is very hard to admit. When it came to gaming, it was so weird because you can just turn off the console and you're done. I have the tower, but I'm talking with you and the tower is there, so it doesn't matter. With the gaming, my whole life is not gaming, but since I started making videos and there were plenty of everything is content. I think that's the main issue. Everything being main content is absolutely a big issue because right now it's crazy. I was seeing this nature corn, and I was seeing the sunset. There was no sunset. I was like, okay, you know what? Relax. And then I started saying the sunset. I was like, okay, well, your phone isn't really charged. Let's do some content, right? So this obsession or this impulsivity, I think it's impulsivity a lot. It's impulsiveness. I push myself to do something without thinking about it. So I've always thinking about making content, and since everything is content, my life is content, right? And maybe someday this will be something different. Maybe there'll be some space in between me and you guys, or between me making content. But for now, it's not the case, right? And I think that was really detrimental in a sense of it was hard to be obsessed about something that could be everything. Today, right? I had a Monster Energy drink, right? In a sense, I love trying this on camera. I would love doing a taste test, right? But at the same time, you're like, fuck, can I actually enjoy a new product without, you know? I just don't know. I just don't know. We're playing this new game, Hell Fantasy. And Hell Fantasy it's not because it's the worst thing I could have done, but I did it and I'm happy at it. Final Fantasy is what? It's a game that I just like the tower. I don't have to think I can make videos doing this. I can do whatever I need to do with doing this. The problem with Final Fantasy is it's one playthrough. I'm not gonna do two playthroughs because it's the same exact thing. So for example, with the tower, I can do one strategy, I can do two strategy, I can do three strategy. But basically speaking, I could technically do whatever I want. Just leave one phone at home, playing, recording. That's it. That's it. You know, it's nonstop, and I love that it's nonstop. I love it's nonstop. I just don't know if that's a good thing, right? So with the depression, being focused on something else, just making content, this is where we're going with that, was beneficial. But at the same time, is it beneficial? Because I'll always be aware. 6,300. We're doing good. We're doing really good. I don't know. It's so complex because in one way, yes, this is the best thing you could do. Because this is work. This is fun for me, but this is also work for me. And it's like this guy, right? This guy who since he was a kid. Okay, so let's start this guy. And I think that's gonna be easier to think, to understand. So basically, you got this guy who's been playing basketball since his birth, and then his whole life has been basketball, and his whole life has been basketball, and again, his whole life has been what? Basketball. You're right. And then at the very end, he gets injured, right? And he thinks his life is finished, and because he's only know basketball, his life is finished, right? But then because he only think about basketball, then he becomes a trainer, then he becomes an analyst, then he has his career, then he's a sport commentator, right? And he makes a really good living, and at the end of the day, his pathway to success or to livelihood is not necessarily the one that he thought about in the beginning, but it's still one that makes sense, right? Which is really good. With me, yes, content hasn't always been part of my content. Hasn't always been the main focus of my life, but content is what, technically speaking, content is what is telling a story. I've always been a storyteller. It's always been about being funny. I've always been funny, sometimes not on purpose, but always been funny. It's always been about talking about something that I like with ADHD, and I've been talking about this a lot, but I'm always in my world, and I'm talking about something that people don't care about, but because I care about it so much, and I'm so motivated to talk about it, I'll talk about it, right? And it's not because in a lot of ways this is making content, right? And if and only if this becomes a career, then it would have been something I've been doing my whole life. Now, technically speaking, and I've been making content my whole life, and we're in a really special situation right now because when I was born, we're going really far. We're going 32 years in the past. Making content wasn't something easy. YouTube wasn't something normal. Wasn't something that existed. Facebook didn't exist. The internet was very rare. You know. But at the same time, I've been doing this for 4 years, and I'm not judging people, but at the same time. Okay, let's get some popcorn. I've been reading, I've been dreaming, reading, bleeding content, you know? I made so many videos over the past 4 years. I thought about it so much. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. I don't think I'm the chosen one. At the same time, it does come into play. We're having Orville Backer, sweet and salty popcorn, which is really, really nice. One of my favorite. But really good nonetheless. And yeah. It's been so complex to navigate with this obsession, and this obsession that isn't. I don't know. I wouldn't do. As much as I thought about giving up during the depression, about making video, I don't see myself doing anything else. You know? One thing that I noticed during the flower shop was a lot of the clients, they were super nice to me and they were talking to me, and yes, I'm talkative, right? But it's like a completely different experience. What I already managed to accomplish, you know? I think it's normal to doubt yourself. I think it's normal to doubt yourself. But at the same time, maybe that's what I needed. You know, the self-doubt comes into two possible solution or conclusion. And the little doubt, the self-doubt, a little devil on my shoulder, tell me that I should stop. Right? Or a little angel that tells me, hey, I'm gonna put you through a trial, a challenge, and it's nuts because in both cases it's the same exact self-doubt, which is about a game called The 100 Line, right? This is why making content is so hard. 100%, man. Why it's so hard is because for example, right? You're seeing one video. I tried to play a game, and that game is 60 hours, right? The 100 line, the script for the show, for the game, is 60 page. Right? It's 4 novel. So maybe 120, maybe 200 hour. We got the ultimate version, so we have a unboxing, we have a art book to check out, we have the novel to read. In one sense, I love that I'm not fearful for that. But in the other sense is, I'm like, holy shit, dude, this is like 200 hours of my life. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's I'm sorry. Impulsive. I'll finish that. Sorry, see, impulsiveness. I think it's a perfect example because this game that's 200 hours. It's such a interesting because that wasn't the goal, that wasn't the subject, that wasn't even in my mind when I made this video. But it's a perfect example. You're having this 200-hour playthrough. And that's a playthrough, that's 3-4 videos. My first thought, the trailer reaction, the unboxing, the novel book. Again, my final thoughts, how I felt about each character. There's a possibility for 40, 50 videos about it, right? And the great thing about that is if you're really motivated, which I am, or I was, that's DC, I was, as a gold mine. You see, I'm not the best person to make content. My content isn't the best. My videos are poor quality. I'm eating popcorn after doing this. No, it's not a plan. I didn't manipulate you guys, although I could have. But I'm motivated, right? It's one thing. You have these two people that have this pond, right? And one of them learns to fish, and one of them says, you know what? Those fish are gonna die one day, and I'm gonna be able to pick them up. The guy who fishes has a lot of a lot of fish. Now, why are we thinking about the example of the guy with the fish, the pond? It's super simple. Nowadays, what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, you know what? This pond is mine. I'll allow you to fish in it, but I'll ask you to give me one fish. But the person who has the most value is the person that is aware of how to mine for gold or how to fish for fish. You know, with the content for 200 hours, it's a gold mine. But then with a bit of self-doubt, it becomes this freaking mountain that you have to climb. It becomes Mount Everest, right? Now, ultimately speaking, it's a question of mentality, and this is where depression comes into play again. About climbing Mount Everest. Mount Everest is one of the highest, if not the biggest mountain in the world. I don't know if it's Mount Everest or Kilimanjaro. I know they're close. But imagine thinking about it and saying, this is going to be the hardest thing I've done in my life. Or, this is going to be the hardest thing I've done in my life, is it worth it? It's a completely different mentality, and, you know, to be the same person. With the depression, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough. It's really tough. You could see it as a. It could be. It could be the same coin in two sides, the motivated side and the unmotivated side. But then the cycle of depression is that. The cycle of depression is, I have this coin. I'm either seeing, and I call it tail or head. One of them is depression. One of them is okay, with and I'm talking about updates. We're gonna get back to the update, but let me finish on that point because we're paying attention too much. It's just the content. All it is to see the very, very simple thing of my perception, my vision, my understanding, my way to approach, my way of doing things has transformed this making content as into this mountain that's right now I see as this obstacle. Now, this motivation, this craziness, this impulsiveness, right? This motivation that is almost blinding. Is a great thing. I would take that every single day, because this led me to do 4 years of making content. And in those 4 years, yes, I made a lot of videos, but I made a lot of friends. I made a lot of good memories. I made a lot of interesting conversation. I learned a lot about people, but about myself also. This is very, very interesting. With the depression lately, it's been good days. And the good days, I throw myself in the fire. I throw myself into plunging into cold water. And I want to do X, Y, and Z, and I want to do them now. But then, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's such a complex thing. If I just talk about making the content with depression, this slight tangent took me out because it realized the original video was very on top of the iceberg, but then you dive in. And I think diving is amazing, but then you're fucked because you're stuck in the water, right? And you're not drowning, but you have to. I went very deep and I have to go back up. 13%, we're good. 51 minutes, very good. Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole thing right now is. I think the whole thing now is about the fact that we're this close to being in a good position, but we're this close to being in a worse position. I'm in a weird limbo, right? One of the biggest realizations that I had during the depression was that I don't need to be making much than I am, right? Now, that's the whole thing I wanted to talk about. This is the whole thing. I'm glad that I don't have to make as much content that I want to do, that I need to do. I'm glad that I don't have to make as much content as I have to, But at the same time, maybe, just maybe, that's a good thing, but maybe that's a bad thing. And this is. I would have loved. Right now it's a maybe. I don't know. I would love to have an answer because I think having an answer is awesome. I don't have a fucking answer, and that sucks. That sucks. That really sucks. That's the hardest part. I don't need to be making that much content, but I want to make that much content. A person, and I want to come back to it. I know it's 4 months ago, 5 months ago. They asked me, why don't you're making so much videos? Why don't you choose quality over quantity? What if it wasn't achievable? What if? See, this is such a story too, but long story short, I've been part of a Reddit right now, and they're talking about their results, and they're having amazing results. And I was thinking everybody had better results than I did, right? And now you went to see them, and what they would do is we do edits or the best one of Game of Thrones. It wasn't original content. It was very rare. It was original content. And when it was original content, it was this guy. This guy was able to sculpt wood and shit like that, right? It's not everybody that's given this opportunity. So the quality and the quantity. The quantity is the easiest route, right? It's easy to do something. It's easy to work hard. What if? Right? Even if I didn't do the quantity, doesn't mean that I can do quality, right? So now I'm struggling because I want to make quantity because that's the only thing that I have that is working for me. But again, this mentality of I have to work is I'm not allowing myself to heal. But it's the craziest thing because what if, right? Making this amount of content, it would have been amazing. There have been so many good moments. During the last 4 years. We had I was looking at a flower shop this weekend, and there was this homeless person, and this homeless person came in, and he wanted to have a cardboard box, but I didn't know that he wanted it, so I broke it, and then he started insulting me. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be working here for 2 days. I don't give a fuck. I didn't say nothing. And you see, this is very important, because before I would have been too shy to say something. Now it's like there's no goal in saying something. There's no nothing to achieve. And then this guy, he called me incompetent, and then he started really being on my case, and nobody was defending me, which is okay. I'm only working there again for 2 days. They don't have to defend me. And at the same time, I was like, you know what? And I had to stop myself, because I was like, there's so much I could say that I'm not going to be arguing with a homeless person. I said, no matter how much you think I'm shitty, I'm going to go back home, and that's going to be amazing. I'm going to leave, and you're not going to have anybody to punch. You're not going to have anybody to put down. be faced with the reality of how shitty your life is. And as soon as I said that, I was like, bro, you said to a homeless person, shame on you. And the guy was actually insulting me. It wasn't shame on me. It was, don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you. You know? But it was, again, it was the lesson that I learned on social media. Not to let yourself be taken advantage of, right? 4%. I'm gonna have to go. And that's pretty much it. I don't know. It's a weird situation. I thought I was gonna be able to give you guys some great news. That was the goal. Yeah. I think we're gonna stop here. And should I be thinking about it, right? I'll do a couple of days. I'll do another video about that in a couple of days. We'll see how it goes. Again, this is me venting. This is me talking to a shrink. I know you guys are not my shrink. I know this is not a place to talk about it, but this is the only outlet, so let's use it. I love you guys. Take it easy. And we're back. Part of the tower on the 14th May 2025. Good. Good. Don't blink, yes you blink. Welcome to the show. President Walker having a wonderful day on his 14th May 2025. Here's the night. I know it's night, but we want to make some videos because of a very special thing. We have my behind the scene, which is two phones, and a computer that's not on yet. It's going to be turning it on. But I want to show you something first. And that something is actually quite important. I know it's super late, so I want to be nice to my neighbors. I want to be a self-conscious neighbor. I don't think that's a word, but you know what I mean? And if you don't know what I mean, I don't think the problem is me. Well, the problem is definitely me. But here's the solution. There you go. Battery back, because we didn't have enough batteries, because we've been on their phone for the longest of times. So this is what we have. This is the decoration. Well, basically a fuck you. And my father was like, hey, you're never going to be using this. You're never going to be using this. Why did you buy this? That was money you didn't have. Well, look at me now, Dad. I'm using it. Now, why are we using it? Well, for a very specific reason, because tonight there's something kind of nice. And there you go. No, what you're going to say? Think, why order for a couple of the moon? Well, my dear friend, just like everything you do in life, you don't need to really doing something. Sometimes you're just gonna do it. Which is the 19. Just do it. Okay. Shit. Don't blink. It's a blink. Welcome to the show. Hope you're doing well. Because I'm having a wonderful day. You know what? Fuck the hat today. Feel good about myself. Feel tired, but feel good. Nah, I think I have to use the hat because we fell asleep, but we woke up to something beautiful. Let me show you. This. So you cannot see it, which shucks. Can you see it? Well, you can perfectly see this. So we're showing you the moon. So this is a little behind the scenes, which is basically this one, this one, and this one, because we're watching. Also, the best one is possibly this, because we figured out how to charge your phone. And then we're gonna be able to have and it's gonna be able to go out, do a night stroll, because I know you missed a night stroll. So let's have them back in. That's pretty much it. I'm super tired. We'll see how it goes for making videos. If it gives a if it gives I don't know if it gives a good result. I'm so insecure. What is going on? There you go. That's much better, isn't it? See, everything is fixable. So you know what? Let's not plan it. Let's just go in full send. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And c'est la vie, as they say, c'est la vie. Don't blink, it's your waiting for the commercial. Because we're doing well, because we're having a wonderful day on this 14 May 2025. Today is a busy evening. I'm about to go to sleep. I want to make a couple of videos for three reasons. The first one is we have a beautiful moon being filmed. I'll show you. And it's really a really nice night outside. We possibly want to be doing a night stroll, which we haven't done in so fucking long. So yeah, we'll just enjoy life. Today's video is about a gaming channel news. So this has to do with gaming, and so basically, now lately I've been going through depression, and this depression makes me really, really insecure. And we just made a video about that. See, even the hair right now, I don't fuck with. Usually I don't give a shit about how I look, so it's really, really, really weird. Let me talk about Final Fantasy. Why am I having a hard time talking about Final Fantasy? Because it's gonna be taking a lot of place on the channel. So right now what we're doing is when we're filming, we're playing Three-Sided Tower. So 1, 2, and 3. There you go. See, number 3. So we have 3 playthrough of the tower, and it's a game that I played a lot. It's a game that, believe me or not, I have over 1,000 hours on now. Of course, we have 3 playthrough, so technically speaking, it's not 1,000 hours. It's more so 300 hours, but it's still a lot. However, so with the tower, okay, so this is a AFK. Okay, so let's call it, this is the AFK video. It's not about Final Fantasy, but the tower is a mixture of both. So last time we're gonna go back all the way back in time, which is kind of nuts. So I told you guys the story about the tower, but I'll tell you guys the story again. This is gonna be a long video, so if you don't like long video, this is not for you. Back in 2023, we had a depression, and at that time I was making content, and I wasn't feeling like making videos, but I wasn't feeling like streaming. I wasn't feeling like making videos. So what we ended up doing is we found an AFK game. It's a super funny story with the tower. The super funny story is I had a 2 weeks off for Christmas, so like, you know what, let's find a game that I can play at work, because I'm so obsessed with making content that the 8 hours that we have at work is too much. I want to do something else. Plus, at work we had the Wi-Fi, so I could upload from the Wi-Fi at work, and I could upload from home. So basically I was uploading the whole day. Nazdrovia. So, long story short, we play tower. I like the game, but it doesn't really, this is a crazy story. If I told you this story, if I didn't tell you this story before, you wouldn't believe me. I make sure that we're still filming, hell yeah. So, basically what ended up happening, what basically happened is, we found this game in the tower. So, it was during the vacation, the summer vacation, because I was working in construction, or something akin to construction, and we have the construction week off. You know what, fuck it. Let's just be fucking ourselves, right? So we found some game. We found 4 games. Wordscape, which was fun. The Tower, Survivor.io, which we played a lot. I can't remember the 4th one is the Tower, of course. What the fuck? So the Tower, Wordscape, Survivor.io, I don't remember the last one. I don't know why. I think it was Plant IO or some shit like that. And I did play Survivor IO for a while. Now, what happened is we had about 2 years ago, which was again July 2023. We had the biggest rainstorm or the biggest rainfall of the century, and for 4 days I didn't have Wi-Fi. So I was looking for a game that didn't need Wi-Fi. The Tower, out of the game that I tried, was the only game that I remember not having to use Wi-Fi. That's actually a game that I loved. So the first time that we played the Tower, and this is absolutely crazy. The first time we tried the Tower was we played for 3 days. We were watching Game of Thrones, and then I was playing the Tower. Then slowly after we found the depression, we started watching Breaking Bad and then Better Call Saul. So Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad was binge watch playing the Tower, which was also something freaking great. But the Tower was a way, and it created this entire genre of the content that we're doing. Now, ultimately speaking, we're not super famous yet. We don't have a lot of notoriety left, but we've been making content for 4 years. So it does count a little bit, you know. I should be taking notes. I should be taking notes because this is some good subjects. So give me a second. I'm just gonna take a note. Okay, so we're gonna be putting famous versus time and insecurity. Perfect. Okay, that's good. That is good. Now don't press enter because you're gonna fuck it up. So basically what happened is I really fell in love with the Tower, and I really fell in love with the Tower because I was playing it while I was streaming. I was playing it at night. I was playing during work. Now, I know this is hard to believe because we're recording everything, and I was basically playing more than 12 hours a day, so how did I have the space? Well, the truth is, I had one phone, which was this one, with 1,000 gig on it, or 1 terabyte. So it wasn't that bad. However, we started playing a game. We reached 1 year, and then I lost my job because the company I was working for closed. My boss, like a father figure, took his retirement or retired. I don't know what you called. I'm French. I was like, okay, no problem. So then I started playing the Tower, and then really soon I got bored with the Tower. I got really bored with the Tower. Don't worry, I still remember that AFK journey. So I got really bored with the Tower. So what I ended up doing was like, you know what? I have 2 phones. I got this one and this one, right? So let's do a new tower playthrough where we're focusing on defense because I play a more offensive playthrough, right? We did a more offensive playstyle, so let's do a defensive playstyle. A day later, I swear to God, it's gonna be hard to believe, but a day later, my mom, she's sending me some food because she's worried that I'm not eating enough. The second I lose weight, she'll say, oh, you're not eating enough. And she sent me this tablet, which is right here. And the tablet, I was like, you know what? Let's do a third playthrough. So this playthrough is called Sword, which is a very offensive. So Crown is a balance, Shield is very defensive, Sword is very offensive, right? So it's kind of crazy, kind of nuts, but it makes absolute sense. So what ended up happening was we had a tree playthrough, and the tree playthrough were really fun. The very beginning of the tree playthrough were very fun because we had a lot to do. But then at the same time, it's so taxing. So let's do the timeline. At first, very fun, right? Then it became less fun because the boat Crown has reached a place where I have this wall, so it's a lot harder to continue. Beginning of endgame. So beginning of endgame, the next one is endgame, and they don't want you to end the game, so it's a bit harder. Then we reach the beginning. We ended up the beginning of Shield, and we ended up the beginning of Sword. Now we're in the middle, so this is the place where we're about to go end the endgame. We're about to go there, but we're not there yet. Also, the problem with the defensive is the defensive has a peak, and the offensive has a peak, right? And it's tough. It's really tough, you know. Now continuing the subject, right? Then I ended up using the tower, the tower. I have no clue. I don't know, guys. I don't know because the tree playthrough is still fun, you know. But it was fun in a very specific case. And now we're going back to the wonderful world of AFK. I started making content, and you guys can tell that I like talking. I like having conversation with you guys. So we're gonna be doing some content even more AFK. So the tower became a playthrough that again it was fun to play, but it's only fun to play when I'm uploading video. It's only fun to play when I'm making videos. Like right now, we're filming, we can play 3 times the tower, there's no problem. 2, when we're streaming, that's 3. 2 hours and a half when I sleep every single night, that's 4, right? So we're still playing 7, 8, maybe 9 hours per day, which is still a lot, but it doesn't beat the 12 hours we used to put. And it's weird because at the same time, this is the crunchy part of the subject. This is the crunchy part of the video, if you were wondering. Now, please understand, I'm talking a lot because I don't have a lot of friends. So there you go. So what ended up happening was, I had the 3 phones, right? So when I created the second account and the third account, I was like, okay, well, the first account is not enough to entertain you anymore. The second and third one, you can make more content. And again, just think about it for a sec. Well, 1 second became 3 seconds. A minute became 3 minutes. An hour became 3 hours. You know, and it was beautiful, but it came at a big cost, and that big cost is something that's really destructive right now. I cannot play one time tower. If I'm playing a tower, I have to play it on the 3 phones. Right now, the 3 phones, I don't mind when I'm streaming. I don't mind when I'm uploading. I don't mind when I'm doing something. I don't mind having it in the background, but I cannot have it as a main thing because I get bored really easily. You know, I couldn't anymore. And then even then, when I'm watching a movie, I don't feel like I'm involved enough. I feel like I have to do more. You know, and that sucks. So yeah. Now. What I was trying to say with the AFK and why it's weird, it's actually quite simple. You see, I'm very involved. I make a lot of content. I'm working 9-10 hours a day. I'm making content. And I love it. I love making content. This is my dream. This is my passion. for 4 years. You know, it's just fun. Never will I thought about my biggest playthrough. Biggest playthrough being the most viewed with the tower. Why? Because it's AFK. But I feel like the AFK of the channel is amazing because I couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do anything else if it wasn't for that. I couldn't do anything else. I don't know. It's so weird to say that one of the most fun playthrough that I have, one of the most fun things I do is AFK because I'm so involved. I'm so involved in filming. I'm so involved into making content. By the way, the fact that I'm saying I don't know a lot is we're going through a little bit of a depressive episodes, and it makes me very self-conscious, very indecisive. So it's not something that is common occurrence. So yeah, so the AFK, and it's odd because you take the least effort, and it pissed me off because I was like, dude, I'm making so much effort. You know, and you're like, fuck. What am I doing? But at the same time, it's nice because I get to do something that I love, which is making content, and in the background, I'm getting a cherry on the sundae, which is making content. But my perception of the AFK changed. The AFK, as although not necessarily the best content that I would watch, possibly one of the nicest content I have done, because maybe you guys like the fact that I'm a bit standoffish. I'm a bit not as involved, right? So with the AFK content, and right now I don't. And in a case, you know, I always found my mom, and I love my mom. I always found my mom to be acting extremely strange. In one single case, she would leave the TV on. On. Dude, she would leave the whole fucking TV for 8 hours just so when she come back, she would have music. And now we're like that too. I like having something on when I'm doing something else. I like having TV on when I come back, you know? It's just a good way. I think that the pleasure of AFK is to be able to just let go, to just relax, you know. I got 4 or 5 things doing. Even right now, we're about to finish this video. And when we finish this video, we're about to go night stroll. The night stroll, I'm going to be taking the GoPro with me, and I got my keys. So I'll be able to have the 3 playthrough recording and making content. And again, it's so fucking... It is so fucking relaxing that I don't need to be there, right? So much AFK, we don't need to be there. But it's still a case of the AFK, and that's still... It's so, and I know this is a hard video to follow, and I know my ADHD taking over, and I know it's weird, but at the same time, it's so weird to have it's AFK and something that is so very small. It's not demanding. It's really not demanding to do it. At the same time, it's fun, and you're asking yourself, why is it so fun, right? So, to go back to Final Fantasy Z to stay on my AFK, and again, this is one of the biggest videos that I've done on the gaming channel where I talk to you guys. Final Fantasy Z is AFK. And now I realized something. The Tower, which is a game I still love. Admittedly, I don't like it as much. Admittedly, I'm not in love with the game. Admittedly, if I was to do a top 10, the Tower was number 3, and it would possibly be number 8 or number 9. Not because I don't like it, but just because, you know, there's updates, which is great. The game is getting better and better and better, which is also great. But also, the thing with the Tower is, you know, I never played a game for a year and a half. And that's not true. I've been playing Fortnite, but I don't play Fortnite every single day. I play Tower every single day. Yeah. So, to come back with the AFK, the problem, so before we even start talking about Final Fantasy Z, I have talked to you guys about the problem with the Tower. The problem with the Tower is, this is me being completely transparent, this is me being completely honest. I don't care about being vulnerable in front of you guys, this is my truth. When I created the Tower Shield and the Tower Sword, my plan wasn't to work. My plan was to make content. I was like, yo, this is us. This is it. This is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life, right? And now I have to realize that even after 4 years, it's still YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Kick. It's still a plan B. I don't know. Guys. I don't know. It's so hard to talk about because I think there's a part of me that believe the three playthrough are true relevant on each other. They're true dependent on each other. It's so complex. I don't even know. See, the thing, it's odd because with the Tower, when I had a 3 playthrough, it was the best thing. The best thing I ever done was the 3 playthrough. From having 1 playthrough to 3 playthrough, and some people prefer this word, some people prefer the shield, some people prefer XYZ. It's normal. But the problem with that is, I can't have 1 playthrough going on. So the 3 of them has to be on, and I'm gonna have a new phone soon. And if I had a 4th phone or a 4th one, what I would do a Tower Farm, which is just Econ. Yeah. yeah, it's I don't know. It's very bizarre, very bizarre. But let's continue with the video. I still want to do AFK because again, you guys like it. It's more chill. I'm a huge listener of the DSP Detractor. I'm part of the Snortex. I watch a lot of DSP, and I always made fun of DSP for the concept of, the con the the context of. I have no clue. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm tired. I don't make a lot of sense. I don't make a lot of sense, right? I'm just feeling that's making content nonstop and uploading content nonstop and always doing something. Keep myself busy. So with the AFK, that's what it is. It's what it is, you know? But I wouldn't be able. I wouldn't be able to. It's just a big problem. If and only if I go to work tomorrow. You know, and tomorrow I'm working, and tomorrow I might be working, by the way. We have an interview in about 6 hours, and I'm so excited. That's why I'm making the video, because I can't sleep. I'm too excited to sleep. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to go to work and leave only the shield and the sword on. And to be honest, this is what I have to do, because the sword and the shield are, they're behind the crown. So by doing this, we would have something that is more, like, kind of, you know? But I couldn't, because I would feel like, oh, I need to do something, you know? So this is where Final Fantasy come in. How that come in? That is a very short story. We came in, we were broke in the apartment. We started playing video games, they were all boring. Let's just be honest here. 2012 mobile gaming isn't 2025 mobile gaming, right? So there was a lot of games that weren't up to it. How that is a perfect game. It's a game where you're collecting resources, your rogue game. It's so good. It's so good. How can I say this? There's a rebirth system, there's weapon skin, there's skin for characters. It's a game that lasted 4 years. It was a cash grab. So what happened was a company called Nanu, and they had a couple of games. This game worked really well. And what ended up happening was like, they stopped the service. So then they would have this. It's still odd. They would have this announcement saying, hey, we're closing the server at the end of this month. But there was no precise. There was not even one thing said about it. Crystal Light is very strong. Very, very, very strong. So with Final Fantasy, what happened is, it was a game that I really enjoyed. However, we would play it on the tablet, not the tablet, the older tablet. It broke. I couldn't play it. I could no longer download it. So then I was thinking about it. I was talking about it because, again, it's such a fuck to say, but if you look at the tower and if you look at Final Fantasy, it's kind of the same thing. You get diamond by clicking on. Final Fantasy is a bit more involved. It's a bit less AFK. But it's still an AFK game. So what you do is you rebirth. So it's complex. So you got your heroes rebirth, but your allies doesn't rebirth. Your allies will attack without tapping the screen. Your hero will only attack if you're tapping the screen. So what you need to do is you need to buy the skin. By playing the game, you get some diamond. You collect diamond until you get the warrior. The warrior has a lot of health, so it's able to resist a lot of attack. It doesn't matter how weak the warrior is, because the ally skin are going to be strong enough. So my warrior survive, my allies attack, you know? And this is what it is. Now, the Final Fantasy, the greatest thing about Final Fantasy is it would be the very perfect way to do it, because it's only one playthrough. There's nothing I can change. There's no strategy to it. It's just playing. There's no strategy. So for example, in the tower, you could do a glass cannon, you could do a turtle, right? Now, with the tower, you would have a stats that is torn, which is basically you attack me and I'll do some damage, and because your attack is so weak compared to my extreme health, that you attack twice and you're dead. So yeah, so with Final Fantasy, it would still be the same. It would still be the same skin. It would still be the same allies. There's some treasure, which is something that changed. So basically, what you do is you go the furthest possible, then you die, or you rebirth, and then you get some keys. Now the keys you're gonna get are gonna be items. They're gonna be lasting no matter the playthrough, no matter how many playthrough you are. The more you rebirth, the more treasure you have. The more treasure you have, the stronger you are. The stronger you are, the more you get down. So basically, what we're able to do at the very end, we're able to go to sleep, and going to sleep would, let's say, we're at 200. We were at 200. We would rebirth. That's not important. What is important is, because this is such a one playthrough. I could do this. I could go to work. And it would be finished. It would be finished. I don't have to worry about bringing 3 phones. I don't have to worry about, oh fuck, I did one playthrough, I didn't do the 3 playthrough. And so Final Fantasy would be the way to go. And would be the way to go in a sense of, okay, we're here. We're able to do X, Y, Z, W, whatever you want to call it. And work, going to shopping, going to see my mom. Even going to see my mom with my father is not a big deal, because my father lives close. But my mom, I would have to go to the bus, and I wouldn't have my phone. It would be something troublesome. And that's pretty much it. So we would still be playing the tower. It would be so nice, you know. And having only one playthrough, also, gotta admit, what I was saying is still true. I do have very good Wi-Fi. I do tend to upload a lot. I do. Now the problem is, we can okay, so it's very complex. I have a speed of internet that is able to upload 9.6 gigs per hour. Right, one playthrough of the tower is 8 gig per hour, so we're still good. 3 playthrough of the tower is 24 gigs, which takes me 3 hours. It's too much. So yeah, I can't do it anymore. So with this, and at the same time, what I would do is I would leave the two phones at home, upload this. Now the greatest thing about it is this is only if we're working. It would still be some AFK content. You see, this is all of this for the simple sentence of we're still gonna be doing AFK content. I love making AFK content. We found a way to do AFK content at work when we're gonna work, and we're still gonna be playing the tower. See, the thing with the Realm of Fantasy, what is awesome is most of the game that I'm playing right now, they take some time, right? And because it takes time, for example, Final Fantasy is fucking amazing. In a sense, it is so unbelievable right now what we're doing. We're playing Final Fantasy on this phone. On this one. Now, what I would do is I have Arknight, and Arknight's a lot of grinding. So when I'm grinding on Arknight, I have Final Fantasy, right? G Eternal, which is Gundam Eternal. It's a lot of reading, but when I'm reading, I can play Final Fantasy. Fantasy is also a game where you don't need to read, you don't need to focus. All you do is tap the screen, and get your diamond. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So we would have everything. We would play one playthrough, and that's it. And at the end of the day, we would get everything we needed more, right? And everything we needed more would be, what more do you want? See, it's also the fact that with the tower, I think it's security. I think it's security. I think it's the fact that we are knowledgeable on the fact that whatever happened, whatever we do, we're still playing a game. We're still chilling. And I think with the tree's still manageable. It's not like it's not manageable, but when I'm sleeping, all I have to do is put an alarm clock after 2 hours and a half, close it, that's it. You know? 2 hours and a half, that's it. We're good. I sleep, I wake up. The worst thing is, I sleep, I wake up. I do the 2 hours and a half. I close the phone, which is my favorite way to close a recording. I upload here, it's an S for shield, and I upload here, and it's C. Even here, what we're doing is we have 1 terabyte of storage. So what I'm able to do is I'm able to wait until we're working. For example, this weekend we were working, so we upload a lot of Sword content. And that is pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys, take it easy. What a long video. Sorry if it was confusing, sorry if it was a bit of... I don't plan my videos, I'm just going in, and I think that's something that's cool. And if you don't think that's cool, that's your choice, and that's your opinion, I respect that. But I do love you, and I do think that you're awesome. I hope that you think I'm somewhat awesome. Yeah, love you guys. My loneliness. No. We still believe it. Still believe. Still believe. My loneliness is killing me, and I. Don't blink if you're blank. Hope you're having a wonderful 14-day. Whoa. Let's redo this. Don't blink if you're blank. Welcome to the show. We're doing well on this 14th May 2025, or today. Today's actually a really cool day because for the first time in a while, I'm doing kind of good. I'm doing actually really, really good. And it's allowing me to want to make videos. It's allowing me to have the motivation to film, which is a blessing in itself. Now that being said, I just watched Kirby Enthusiasm. You can tell I'm tired, but it's okay because this is my last video of the day. Now that and in Kirby Enthusiasm, they were like, yo, they didn't say yo, that's me. They're saying, like, having said that, it's a weird thing to say. So that being said, it's kind of the same thing, which is why I'm thinking about it. You can have in a good mood, so thank you if you're watching this. Know that I love you. I haven't been present on social media, but if you're watching this and you feel like I do love you, and you feel like deep down, you're a person I care for, you're right, I do care for you. I don't care about everybody, I don't care for most people, but there is a small privileged amount of people that I truly care for. And you know what? You have this girlfriend, you have this boyfriend, right? And they're telling, oh, I love this person, and I love this person, and I love this person. And then you said, I love you, and you're like, do you really love me because you like this one, this one, and this one? I'm telling you, I don't love you, I don't like you, I don't like you, I fucking hate you, I think you're a shitty person, but I like you. So that I like you, I mean it. Today we're talking about, how not to start a video. But hey, this is something that you're, oops. But if the video was about, this is how you don't start a video, then the video would end here, right? So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about insecurities. We talked a little bit here. How did I get from the intro to insecurities? It's actually quite simple. Since today we're doing better, but we're not doing perfect, we're doing better, right? And it's a lot of, how can I say this? It's a lot of, see, should be doing 4 things at once. Wait, 5 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7th. No, it's finished. Look at me. Something magical. My loneliness, it's killing me, and I must confess, I still believe. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. My loneliness is killing me. And I wish I knew the other part. The other lyrics is oh baby, baby, I wasn't supposed to know. Show me to be. Tell me, baby, what I need to know now. Watch me now. My loneliness is killing me. I must confess. I still believe. Why am I singing? Because I'm trying to get some time while we're fun and exposed, because we're consuming a lot of French Canadian content. Don't know why, but it's mostly about exposed. So that being said, let's continue the main subject. Whoa, I got neighbors and they're sleeping like normal people. Does that mean that's not normal? I think it does. How do I feel about the fact that I'm not normal? Pretty good. Pretty good. Right now, still trying to get some time. Why are you not working, dude? Por favor. Trabajo, por favor. ¿Por qué no trabajo? You know say. Okay, so we're gonna give up. A little bit of water, a little bit of wiping on my prestige pens, which is the clue that I'm wearing pens. Please don't look down. My eyes are up here. Thank you so much. 5, 4, 3. I'm begging you, dude. Okay, it doesn't work. Give me a sign. And of course, the second we turn the video off, it's working. Okay, maybe not the second. Okay, no, maybe not the minute. Okay, maybe not the hour. Maybe 3 hours later, we're still here. Truthfully, this is a lie. Haha. So, talk about the insecurities. So, long story short, because it's already a long story. Because today we're doing better and a lot better. A fly. Touch like a fly in the web of your lie. If truth be told, now or it's meet your demise. And because we've been in a better mood, I've been making videos, but at the same time we're not completely healed. And it's weird because since we're not completely healed, I don't know. And I think that this is the, I don't know, is a perfect sense. We've been very insecure today. A lot of the things that I'm saying, I'm hesitating. A lot of times when I'm talking, I'm taking a break because I'm trying to find something good to say. And there's no what I like about myself or my content is, it doesn't matter how little sense it makes, it's constant. It's a constant flow, right? It's a water. I'm Aquarius. I need to prove it. Here you go. Hopefully you guys believe me, because that, you don't believe me? You're right, I'm not Aquarius. I'm a fraud. So then, we're like a river, right? And in that river there's a lot of rock, and that rock, it makes the water go there and go there and go there. The water still starts from the same point and still end at the same point. We're that river. And today I've been making a lot of content. We made about 10 videos, which isn't a lot, but compared to what we did over the last 2 weeks, that's a lot. Dude, we've been so hesitating, we're so insecure. And I think the insecurity is something quite human, quite beautiful. See, last week we made some content. Last week, I'll be completely honest, I was under influences. I was under a medication called Trinatrix, which is a antidepressant medication. It was way too strong. Am I blaming the doctor for giving me Trinatrix? No. Do I think that was something, the dose that was given to me was too strong? Yes, absolutely. I did mention that I was taking I did mention I was hyperactive, and I took a lot of hyperactive medication when I was younger. And basically what happened is I believe, I'm not a pro, I believe that there's something that, and the hyperactive medication, I think it stabilizes you, right? And I think the antidepressant is a bit stabilizing also, so the possibilities are similar, right? In XYZ way. It's so odd, we've been so hesitating today, and like I said last week, even right now we're hesitating, and you'll ultimately, I don't mind. People will say, oh, you're doing some misinformation. No, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is how I feel. This is how I feel, yeah. So because we've been making content today, we see how we react to it, right? And technically speaking, because I've been making content, I've been talking. And ultimately speaking, yes, it feels good. It feels like a therapy. But we've been very hesitating. And I don't know why. Last week I was taking the medication, right? And I felt high. And I felt like I was on a cloud. And I felt so light. But I was also feeling very drunk. Right? That kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. But that hesitation, it's odd because I feel like we're insecure, and I'm not used to be insecure. Do I feel insecure in real life? Yes. I do feel insecure in a lot of situations. But ultimately speaking, we're also filming here if I'm looking. I don't feel insecure in a lot of situation. I'm making videos, and ultimately speaking, my videos, they don't have the reach, they don't have a lot of reach. They just don't. If I get a couple of views, I'm very happy, right? So why am I stating? Why am I so insecure? And I think that it's absolutely phenomenal because when we're not depressed, when we're doing okay, we're pushing, and I think the impulsiveness is a big part of me. I think I would qualify myself as this. Again, we're talking about river. If I can keep the river flowing, as a river, do you see a river stops? No, you can put a drain, and then a river will stop, and it's still flowing. Mhm. I don't know. It's just why am I feeling insecure? Why am I hesitating? And the simple principle is so interesting. Am I less impulsive because I don't feel as confident? Am I feeling less impulsive because I'm depressed? Am I feeling less impulsive because this is not the main focus and my health is a bit more important? Is it because I'm finally treating this as a plan B, not a plan A? Is it because I'm actively looking for a job and we work this weekend and we have an interview tomorrow? Because that has to do with it, right? Plan A, plan B. Oh yeah, this is important. Maybe maybe we're more thoughtful, right? Even when it comes to making content, I was supposed to stream 4 days ago. I was supposed to restart streaming the 9. It is the 14, and I haven't streamed. This is 5 days. It's a lot. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I have no clue what to do. Oh, is this? Why is this so important? Why am I even making this video? Because this insecurity is coming from somewhere. It didn't appear like that, and it didn't disappear. You know what I mean? I don't know. See, insecurity right now. I don't know. See, I'm so insecure about what I'm saying, and because with the AD, and I'm not using ADHD as an excuse, please understand that. But because of that, and even then, I've been watching a lot of Cobra GFS, which is using it has a really good understanding of autism. You know, maybe that's what we're doing right now. It's not on purpose, but we're doing a lot, right? It's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. Like, I don't understand where it comes from, right? I think usually what we're doing is we're going down a slope, right? And we start with this idea and we down a slope, and then you know what? I want to go left, I want to go right, but I still end up down the road. But then when we stopped, and when we're insecure and we take breaks and we're thinking about what to say next, I think this is where it goes, you know, because when you're going down a slope, if you stop, pop, you know. Good, Ivan. Oh, fuck, we lost one of them. Yeah, okay, cool. Nah, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm not even doing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable, right? I really don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable making. I don't know. And I don't want to end this video here because you guys are going to be thinking I'm not doing well and I'm doing better. It's just insecurity. I'm not aware of it. But at the same time, like I said, it's a good thing because you guys understand that this is part of you. You guys understand that, okay, well, it's coming from something. There's deep-rooted issue and you have to fix them because if you don't fix those deep-rooted issues, they'll always come back and come back and come back and come back. You know? It's part of it. You see, the fact that we're simply hesitating. Why am I not able to have this complete line of thought? Right? And then the answer is, how do I have usually a complete train of thought? And what changes, right? And I don't know. It's a good thing because it's a reflection, you know? It's a reflection. It is a reflection. I think if you're looking for a reason as to why, I feel like I overshare. I feel like I'm always completely open-minded, you know? And I don't know, you know? Maybe I'm insecure about how I feel. Maybe I'm insecure about what's going on in my life right now, right? And maybe because of that insecurities, I'm less open to share. Because we're less open to share. You see, maybe, I don't know, just maybe that's not hesitation, right? Maybe that's this decision making. I have to make a decision to talk about this or not, right? Anyway, it's weird, but life is weird. Why am I making this video? There's no reason as to why. What am I talking about? I don't even know. But I just felt like sharing that. It just felt like sharing. You see, talking about the reason as to why we're hesitating is asking yourself the question as to why. If you don't talk about it, if you don't talk about it, we're doing. I think this is more so a work of introspection. It's a more so a question of, hey, I was wondering something. That's pretty much it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And that's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. What a weird video, huh? Don't blink as you blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Hope you guys are doing well. Guys are having a wonderful day on this 14th May 2025. Today we're gonna be talking about a subject that's kind of cool. Talking about success. So we were making content. We've been making content for 4 years, right? And a lot of people, success and fame has always been such a weird concept for me. By the way, I'm still going through depression. That's why I'm gonna be hesitating. That's why I don't have a clear thought, line of thoughts. That's why I'm hesitating a lot, and I'm gonna have a weird discourse. That's why even the way we're thinking is different, right? However, we're doing good. It's beautiful outside. We're having fun. We're making videos. I'm listening to a show. I have 3 videos of the tower going on. We're good. See, success has always been weird for me. Fame has always been weird for me, right? See, and it's always been weird because in my mind, I don't find myself to be famous. I don't find myself to be successful. Now, ultimately speaking, yeah, my worst critic was pretty normal. It's pretty average shit. It's something that you're gonna see day in, day out. But at the same time, there's a lot of discourse about it, right? People that have been trying to make content, they often see me as this more successful person, right? And it's kind of nice because they don't see the work behind the scene. Like, for example, do I find myself to be extremely lucky? Yes. The company that I have is amazing. I think I'm pretty lucky. I think I achieved something. Did I achieve as much as I think I should achieve? No. Did I think it's gonna take me 4 years to achieve what I achieve right now? No. Do I think that after 4 years, I'm telling you something. My plan, this has always been a plan A, and now becoming a plan B. So we're taking a step back. We're taking a step back from making content, and it's weird. It's really weird. But at the same time, you know, this story of success has always been weird, right? And then, because it's always been weird, I've been wondering about success. And ultimately speaking, you see, it's odd because if you're a plumber, right? For you, a successful person is going to be another plumber. For a musician, is going to be a successful musician. A successful actor is going to be seeing other successful actors. So I, of course, went to other social media. And, you know, we're not going to lie, social media is extremely, extremely hard to accomplish. To me, Sir Wins-A-Lot is the most successful person that I know. Is he as successful as he should be? No. Does he put a lot of work in? Yes. He's been making content as much as I have, and he's been making it for as long as I have, right? And yes, he's more famous than me, but still. Now, ultimately speaking, what is fame, right? I think fame, I could describe my description of fame, but it's such a different discourse for everybody. I have a definition, you have a definition, my neighbor have a definition, my neighbor definition, we have the same definition, me and this neighbor, we agree, which is a miracle. But at the same time, see, fame, dude, what is it for you? Ask yourself the question. What does the fame mean for me, right? Am I looking to be famous now? Am I looking to make $1 billion? No. The dream is still the same. It's still to be able to survive and make a living out of it, right? Which is really fucking cool. And then I see myself as not successful, but it's the picture I'm getting. I'm getting people say, hey, I'm one of your fans, right? And I'm like, dude, I'm a normal guy. Or for example, I love your content, and I'm like, dude, normal. My very first interpretation of fame was, again, is the followers, is getting 9,000 followers on TikTok, which made me crazy because I was obsessed. But in person, my very first was with my ex. And she was watching the video, and I was like, this is weird because this is the very first time that somebody's watching the video. And I said, this is what I thought. Janice has done it, but Janice, I know Janice from the content. I don't even know if I'll ever meet Janice. I love Janice, but I don't even know if I'll meet him. With my ex, I met her. We saw each other in real life, you know, so it's different, right? She was watching the video, and she was saying, hey, you said that, and this is what I thought about it. And I'm like, if you watch the video, that's weird, right? You make videos, but you don't think that people are going to be watching. You're making videos and you hope that people are going to be watching. You make videos and you hope that someone somehow thinks that you're kind of cool and they follow you, right? Or they like the video, or they leave a comment because it helps with the algorithm. Once again, fame is dependent on the algorithm, but who really understand the algorithm, right? With how much it changed. See, hesitation because we're thinking about what we're saying, because we're insecure because I'm going through something right now, right? But then fame in itself is such a weird concept. You find yourself being this normal person, right? And there's normal people. There's normal people. You see, doesn't matter how famous you are, you still eat the same thing. You still do groceries. You still have kids. Ultimately, right now, the goal is to be living off making content, right? But is that really the goal in life? No. My goal is to find someone that I love, to have a decent house, to have kids. And that's the dream of everybody else, right? And that's very normal. So this concept of fame, and it's odd because this is where we're going into the subject, right? People are like, dude, you're kind of famous, and I'm like, not really. And then it's funny because a lot of people are like, dude, help me out, and I'm like, am I really the right person to help you out getting to where you want to get? Because imagine, in your mind, in your opinion, you're not where I want to go. I'm not at the end of the line. I'm not at the finish line. I'm not at the finish line, and they're asking me to say, hey, can you get me to the finish line? I'm like, dude, I'm not even halfway through there, right? And ultimately speaking, I think that fame is also a weird concept because we're planning to do this for 20, 30, 40 years. And people are like, dude, how do you feel about it? And I'm like, wow, I'm 4 years out of 45. This is so early, right? Again, my parents have a lot of things to do with it. My father working in the same company for 26 years, my mom working in the same company for 31 years, right? 4 years is nothing, but it's still a lot, right? Right? It's odd. It's really odd. It's really, really odd. It's really odd. Can't believe it. How much we've done, you know? And this is the video. So, fame also is a synonym of success, right? Are we successful? Not really, right? I don't see myself, I don't imagine myself becoming famous, right? I can imagine myself becoming successful. I do believe it's what you're looking for. Are you looking for fame? What are you looking for? Are you looking for monetary? Are you looking for recognition? Are you looking for fame? Are you looking for, depending on what you're looking for, right? And then today I'm talking about, making a video because I'm depressed. Today's a good day, but I'm still depressed. And it was a discourse of, we're feeling better, but we're not 100% yet, right? We're not 100% yet, which is good. Because I don't want to be 100%, but not really 100%. I want to take my time to heal, the time that I need, not the time that I think I need, the time that I really need. And I was making the video about being insecure. And then another thing that I said, and something I said a lot lately, which is, we made so many videos, we worked really hard, and ultimately speaking, I don't think that the results, we're looking for the result, which is views, which is likes, which is comments, which is follows, right? The reality, the rule, even the result is the amount of videos that we made, right? And like I said, I was looking for another form of success, and I was looking at people on YouTube and on a Reddit group of successful small YouTuber. You look at the content, and authentic content and genuine content that they made themselves, original content, was really rare. And they were famous, but they were doing the same kind of edit that everybody else was doing. They were famous, but they were using the song. They were famous, but they were using the show that was popular right now. It's funny, we saw 3 different content creators from that group do a different edit, but of the same moments of Solo Leveling, which is one of the biggest shows right now. But Solo Leveling, they're releasing a show every week. So you're doing the same edit for 1 week, right? And you're putting different song, of course, but then go with the song that's the most popular, right? So you're tricking the algorithm by chasing everything that the algorithm pushes, you know? And then people were making fun of that. Oh, you make so many videos and you don't have this many followers, and this is a joke. But then today we kept on, and I feel like this came from a place of I have to defend myself because, again, we made 29,000 videos, right? We're about to reach 30,000. Well, technically speaking, we reached 37,000 because I'm at 29 normal, and I have, I think it's 9,000 gaming channel, right? And yeah. But at the same time, what if the result was the amount of work we put in? What if the amount of work that we put in was actually something that was enough for me to be proud of? What if success and fame was being proud of yourself? What if being successful was thinking that you're successful? But you know what? I made this amount of work, right? What if the worst thing that happened to you was you had this plan A, and now it's plan B? I have no clue. I don't know. It's so weird. You're watching this. This is the last 4 years of your life. You know? Just doing something for the last 4 years is successful. The amount of work that we put in first is successful. The fact that we didn't give up is successful. That's pretty much it. You know? Maybe the fact that it doesn't matter how much success and numbers I had, is the amount of work I put in, the blood, sweat, and tears, the determination, the motivation, the not giving up. That's the biggest profit I can give myself. And in a period of insecurities, in a period of doubt, this is very reconforting. This is really, it's just such a good way to feel it. It's just such a good feeling to be like, you know what, you did it, dude. You did it. See, the subject of the fame, it is something that's not reachable, but you might have reached some fame yourself. And then we talk about fame, we talk about success. But there's one word we didn't talk about, which is another synonym, which is accomplishments. We accomplished some shit, you know? That is pretty much it. So it's gonna be it. I have 9% batteries. Let's go sleep. Love you guys, take it easy.